Okay, switching mics. Hold on a second here. Switching mic. Hello, GS Lice. GS Lice. Hello, Starlight. Hello, Twist Mint. Great Gold. And who else did I miss here? MG. Hold on. I'm going to start YouTube in a second here. Give me a sec. Hello, Jamie. Let me just get to the overhead here, all the little things we got to do before broadcast. Hello, Doug. So, Doug, you realize you sent me your IP address, right? Did you do that on purpose, Doug? Do you realize you sent me your IP address? Doug? Maybe you ought to listen to me more. So, I mean, obviously you don't have to worry about me, but you have to worry about some other people. You don't have to worry about me, but it's just interesting how you were doing that, which was kind of the point of what we're trying to prevent here. So, hello, Nana Pinel, Saturday Night Shenanigans, Cosmic Soltis, hello. I was expecting you to hack. I'm not going to go hack you. I'm not a hacker, Doug. You should know that. I don't hack anyone. Let's see. Yeah, you know, people say, well, I'm afraid to go into Brax because you're going to go hack me. And I was like, you know, after all the years that Brax been around, can you tell me who's been hacked by me? Nobody's ever been hacked. So, you know, I'm here to protect you, not to disturb the peace. I'm here to give you ammunition to have better safety. I'm not here to make you unsafe. I'm here to make you safe. So I know the past performance predicts future performance with you pretty good. Yes. Been a while since I caught your scope. Good to see you, Cosmic Soltis. Lavendi. Yes. Just for the record, Brax has been around for many years, and not a single person has lost their data. Not a single person has been hacked. Not a single person has been unsafe. So hello, Jammed. We haven't seen Jammed in a while, or just a different Jammed. Is that the same Jammed? Happy Saturday, Brexit. Yeah, not Brexit, Brexit. Expose the bad people and become Brax leaks, or maybe you just made them disappear entirely, so we don't know. Hello, Brad 100. No, I'm because they will come back here and say this guy that zucked up and and has been doxing us and doing all this, and that's not true because I haven't doxed anyone and done anything to anyone in all the years I've been here, and I'm here to give you safety. That's what I do. Okay? Which is our topic tonight, is how some of you, the ones who have nothing to hide, those are the people that are constantly zucking us. The fingers are great, Brad. I mean, that's like a year ago, right? Or how long ago? It's been a while. To Garen Zemai. Oh, it's like Z as in Zuck. Or is that two? Alfie Bites. Hello, guys. So, I don't know. I guess, people noticed I was going to YouTube, and I guess they're no longer coming to my broadcast here in Periscope. So, which is, I guess shouldn't be surprising, but that's okay. We want the important people to be here, but just for fun, we're gonna just for fun, we're gonna do a little test here again of a little squash and see what happens. I just want to see what happens. Okay. I just want to see what happens. Will the squash bring them in? Because it's kind of disgusting how we don't even see anyone on Periscope anymore. So we'll put it there just for the sake of discussion here. You'll switch to YouTube. Yes, please watch me on YouTube. I'd prefer that. Who is them? In what context? I forget. What am I talking about? Yeah, you have to remind me what context we're talking about. So tonight we're going to talk about them that we're going to talk about tonight is the sheep, and many of those we on here. The ones we're going to talk about are the sheep. It's safe to use all of Rob's creations. Yes, no one has ever been hurt or damaged by, certainly not by me. By going to make yourself safe in any of my products. It's never happened. And I'm here to be the positive side of the internet, whereas everything else is in a negative, including those who are friends of yours who think they're not doing anything about you or against you. And in fact, they are, just by being zucked up sheep, they're actually hurting you. And that's what we're going to talk about today. The zucked up sheep that are hurting you. Okay, so I guess they don't like the title. Maybe that's what it is, because they don't want to be, they got nothing to hide. So they see the title and say, well, I've got nothing to hide, so I don't want to be here and get attacked. So, okay, that is fine. We don't really need to worry about that. Hello, Claire Peters. Hello, Mad Cow, the normies. Yes. So let me there's so many things to focus on with this little problem of the nothing to hide group of people. And some of them will come in here and attack me in a moment because they have nothing to hide. So this is an example, and I've told you this many, many times. First of all, let's define who the people are who have nothing to hide. Well, I'll tell you who they are. My sister, my brothers, my cousins, my nieces, neighbors, friends, they all have nothing to hide. One of my good friends, just argues with me about Amazon Echo. It's I like Amazon Echo. It's like, then I'm not going to go to your Zucking house, because if I go to your Zucking house, then you Zuck me up. I go to his house. I didn't give Amazon any permission to record me. I go to his house. I get recorded. Since somebody then has a copy of my voice speaking at his house, which has voice printing, and then it identifies, us as, as individuals, and say, oh yeah, you've been at that address, so are members of your family. It's hello Zakia or Zakia. So it's that's the kind of situation we're in, where people think that they don't have any impact on you, and they do. Any one of you who are coming in who have Amazon Echo, you're hurting us. Hello Zakia. So a lot of you who have Amazon Echo, and you say, well, I like this and I don't really care. It's good for me, and you're being very self-focused there, not realizing that somebody like me, who's trying to protect my identity on the internet, is being impacted by your non-caring attitude. Okay? In a two-party state, well, they sign the form and say, they take responsibility, whatever, for it. So, it's, somebody told me California was a two-party state. So California is a two-party state for recording, and yet here we are. Amazon Echo is recording us. Invent an Echo block. So it's called a scissors. I don't need to invent it. Just take the scissors and just snip off the cable, or just take one of these. This is the best solution for a Amazon Echo. Just it's perfect size for target practice. Perfect size. Okay, so that's what you need. Perfect size. It's Monkey Man. Monkey Man. So hello, initials okay. Hello, entire Meyer. So it's very, very frustrating. And that's just one example of where I don't really care. I'm going to have Amazon Echo. And it's like, you selfish son of a gun. You don't have any conception of the fact that you risk others who are trying to, be safe on the internet and trying to hide their identity. And because you, Zucking, have nothing to hide, you're putting the rest of us at risk, and you don't care. So now the rest of us are like saying, what the fuck do we do? Here's another one. I'll give you more. Here's give you more. So then you go to their house and they say, okay, I'll turn off my Alexa Echo. Okay, so let's just say for a second, they turn off the Alexa Echo. So you said, okay, now I'm free to speak now. Then they pull up their iPhones, they pull up their phones and start taking pictures of you. And then they upload it to Zuckbook. Then they have to upload it to Zuckbook. So now they got your Zucking photo connected to them, and the photo is now sent over to Zuckbook with your identity being facially recognized, because that's what Zuckbook does. Okay? So then suddenly you don't even have to do anything on the internet, and you're being placed on the internet. They have to shoot the echo. Exactly, Mad Cow. So this is an example of, we don't have the choices. As much as I try to protect your safety, the problem is that it's the people around us who actually hurt us. If you didn't let your guests tie you up, the pics wouldn't be a problem. I had that happen once. Well, Garen, it happens to me every Zucking holiday. Every Zucking holiday happens here to my house. My family comes over. It starts off with my brother's family and my nieces. They come over here, and they're millennials. So the first thing that they do is they, selfie, and of course they're gonna have the selfie like with the background of with all of us in picture. So they're gonna, do a selfie with them, and then they're gonna do their pose, whatever the best position is. All of their pictures have the same angle. I don't know why. This is my good side, okay? Because they want to be famous like the Kardashians. So they go, ooh, and then they take the picture. You're in the background, and so your picture goes into to Zucks. But here's the worst part. Then they go into your house. They say, "Can we use your Wi-Fi?" And then they get your Wi-Fi, and then they Zucking upload it, and then they start playing around on the internet all night, all day, and they're going around Zucking on the internet. And I don't know what the Zuck they're doing, and they're posting everything with your Zucking IP address. It's like, Zuck. Do I really need this? So they go in Zuckbook and they go to all these places, and now they've associated that location with these people who are related to you. It's actually better if they're not related, but the fact that they're related is an issue. And then they put you in the picture, so they say, oh, we know whose house this is. We facially recognized, this guy, Rob, who used to have an account on Facebook. We already have his location and his IP address. So, yep, same one, Zucked up family. So there you go. So then they store that in the database, and so now you're Zucked again. And then you go to even if it's not somebody you actually care about or know, you go to Disneyland and you're walking around Disneyland and people are taking pictures, and then they upload them all because they have to show every one of their friends that they went to Disneyland. So they upload all the pictures, and even though you're not connected to them, you're in the Zucking background. They have a cell for us private prisons. Private persons or private prisons. So, hey, by the way, maybe I'm... look, I have the squash in here, and I still don't get that many people in here. So obviously, I'm not on the global list or something. I don't know. What do you guys think? Am I not on the global list? Let me put this in the center. Usually this works. Hello, Patricia. So normally this works. This not in the. Somebody can check if I not show up on the global list. This is just a test. I'm gonna remove this because I'm just testing the numbers here. You might be competing with Bob's. I'm always competing with Bob's here. Shadow ban most likely. Hello, cowboy. Cowboy. Are you like Cub Thief boy? Long time no see, cowboy. Yes. So the last name just finished. What? The last game just finished. Oh, Final Four. Oh, okay. Is that what it is? The last game. Okay. They will start coming. Okay, it's Final Four. Oh, okay. Then Waxman will come in and say, "You Zucking moron! Don't you know there's a basketball game?" Yep, something that Come on in, everyone. Yes, I can just see Ron saying, "You Zucking moron! You don't even know there's a Zucking game." And I said, "No, I do not, because I don't care. If the Badgers aren't playing, then I don't really care." So I hardly watch any sports. I could pass for some partial nudity there, cowboy. How does squash? It's healthy vegetables. Can you tell me how healthy vegetables become nudity? Can you just explain that to me? Don't understand that. That does not make any sense. But can somebody check if I'm on the global list? My conclusion is that I am not, because nobody's seeing this. I conclude that I'm not on the global list, in which case then I will get rid of it. Okay, so I see you. I see you way down on global. Okay, so that maybe they're tired of this. Almost reaches up to the shoulder. Okay, so I'm going to retire this for now since it doesn't. Oops, what did I do there? Zuck. Oh my gosh, I just messed it up. Oh my gosh. Shoot. Too bad there's no undo here. I just deleted the YouTube chat. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh! I just deleted the YouTube chat. How am I gonna do this? Hold on. Okay, that's a pretty big deal. You know, the YouTube chat takes a long time to set up. Goodness. How am I gonna do this? Let me just see if I can. Hold on. Aha. There. Whew. Oh my gosh. Lost that. Oh my gosh. That was like critical. I'm not on the global list. Yeah, that would have been more expected that I'm not on a global list. So I must be on a what do you call this? I must be on a what is it? When they hide you from what is it? Like a shadow ban. I must be shadow banned. The naughty list, Zakia. Yes, naughty list. I must be shadow banned on Periscope. That's why we don't care. So people, watch me on YouTube. We don't really care about the Periscope numbers. Watch me on YouTube, please. Yes, I'm at. I don't have that. I'm almost near. I'm very near 4,000 hours. So I'm trying to. You know, I could be there in a week. I could be at 4,000 hours in a week or a week and a half. And so if you, this is censorship in real time. So I could be on 4,000 hours in a week or 10 days. So please watch me on YouTube. So help me out, and you're on the I'm on the Zucks list. It's I'm on the Zucks list. Hello, custodian. So anyway, my problem, folks, is that the people who have nothing to hide are actually the ones causing us problems, because when you go to your friend that has Alexa Echo and having you be surveilled by voice, when you go to your friend's house or your relative's house and they start taking pictures of you and uploading it to social media like Facebook, when you go to your when they come to your house and use your Wi-Fi, when they start going to Facebook, now think about this, and they start uploading contact lists. I've told you about this. This is one of the again. Let me repeat the story about the contact list. You know, I set up a demo account of Facebook, which I used to demonstrate some features of Facebook and how they track you here on Periscope. So I set up a account just for that, to track on Periscope. And I showed you how simply by, not having any posts, any traffic, anything on on Facebook, Facebook was actually tracking my location, and it was being done using browser fingerprinting. Yes, it is the Russians. Tell the family, when you come to my house, you're banned from going to Facebook. My house, my rules. Yeah, sure, Great Gold. Simple for you to say. They're not going to leave Zucking Zuck book, no. But, I've shouted at them. I've had shouting matches saying, why are you posting my pictures on Facebook? Is there any frequency device to temporarily disable Amazon Echo? Yeah, you disabled their internet. Thank you, Zakia, watching on YouTube. Thank you. So the contact list issue. Let me tell you again the story. I mean, there's so many things, and it's just when you start to realize all this, you start to say we got to fight back, because it's so disgusting what they can do. So I set up this demo account of Facebook on Facebook, which I only use for Periscope. I don't actually have any real data on there. And I was watching you cook something, Zakia. What were you cooking? I can't. Oh, I know. You were baking a Periscope Periscope heart. Yeah, that's what it was. You were baking a Periscope heart. So that's what I was trying to remember where I saw you. You should deploy a radio hammer at your residence when you have visitors. I do that sometimes. Jammer? No, no, no. We have a solution now for the house. So I'll show you that. But one of the things that I do when I got my demo Facebook account was to watch and see if it's spotting anything about me that it shouldn't, because I don't have my real name on there. I don't have any friends, no posts. It's practically empty. The only thing I use it for is to test things, okay? To test things. It was a soap made to look like, that was soap, okay? I thought you were like baking something. That was soap, like, because you're the soap lady. You make soap, yes. That's right. Trying to it looked like you were baking a cake, so I thought it was a cake. So I guess that's like a big giant soap. Aliens bypassed the VPN. We're screwed. They can still spy on us. Really? So anyway, I look at the contact list on Facebook to see who is recommending as a friend. And every day I look in there, not every day, but let's say every couple of months I check up there and see if there's any real people that I know on the list. And as long as there's no real people, I'm saying, great thing. It means that Facebook doesn't know who I am. Then one day I looked in there and suddenly people I know showed up. And I was just so disgusted. And I was like, Zuck just does not give up. He tries every angle to use us and get data from us through the people who have nothing to hide. So they victimize the people who have nothing to hide. The exact people, by the way, I'm too loud here. I'm clipping. Hold on. I'm turning down the volume a little bit. So the people with nothing to hide, they're actually the issue here, because Facebook targets them and said, okay, we'll get our data from the people who have nothing to hide. So we encourage them and tell them, oh, you're very, very secure on Zuckbook, because, Zuck never lies to you. So, and you love Zuckbook because you can have all your friends show off how better their lives are than yours. They have a better life on Zuckbook than in real life than you. And you want to be a voyeur and you want to see how they're enjoying themselves while you're not, or while you're, saying, well, I better take that vacation too, so then I look good. But one of those people said, okay, I've got nothing to hide. So one of those people uploaded their contact list up onto Zuckbook. And it so happens that my email address was included in that. So, and maybe my phone, I'm not certain. So then my data was uploaded to Zuckbook. And what is the consequence of that? The consequence is that all of the people I know from that person showed up on the recommended friends list. And hello, Mark. How are you doing, Mark? So that was very, very upsetting because, I've tried my best to be very, very careful. And here, without any action of my own, without me doing anything, it was done by a person who has nothing to hide. You know why two melons can't run off to get married? Why? Because they're both melons? We're always one social media app download away from fuel for depression. I'm going to tell you, for some of you on, heavily on Facebook, I left Facebook in 2012. And wow, it's 7 years now. So I left Facebook in 2012. They can't elope. Unless they're a cantaloupe. They can't elope. If I use your VPN, then you can't track me. I don't track anybody super big blonde hunk. There's no logs. There's no log, super big blonde hunk. There's no log, so I can't track what you're doing. I don't have a record of, of anything that's going on. I have no idea what's going on. I make sure there is no record, because if there's a record, even what I'm doing will be logged. So since I use the same VPN, I wouldn't want. Would you want? Would I like myself to be logged? Zuck, no. So I make sure the VPN has no logs. I use the same exact VPN. So I want to make sure I'm not logged, and I certainly want to make sure you left Facebook just last year. Just last year, Patricia. My gosh, you've been watching me for a while. You should have left it even way before that. You only left just last year. So anyway, a guy told me to do that. I mean, that should be like years ago, Patricia. Years ago. So anyway, the contact list is one of the worst things that just bugs the hell out of me, because there is no defense. What is the defense? How do you defend yourself from a contact list upload? I've told you this. I told you this. I was never on it because I knew something is bad about it. Good for you. You need a beer. So look, I went to, the contact list issue is such a big deal. I went to Telegram, and apps that are supposedly secure, just to show you there's nothing to hide problem here. I went to Telegram. Now, Telegram is supposed to be a secure program. Zuck that. Okay? WhatsApp is supposed to be secure. Signal is supposed to be secure. These are all zucked up because one of the first identifiers they use to identify you is your zucking phone number. So you have to put in your phone number. And then one of the things they ask, hello, twin mom. And then once they ask for your phone number, people then start uploading their contact list. Go, well, I want my contacts on on Telegram. So they upload their entire contact list from the phone, and suddenly all of your phone numbers are now connected. If you can't delete the app, just don't identify, don't ever run it. As long as you're not running Facebook, it won't have the opportunity to track you if you don't log in and don't run it. Don't run it, ever. You are zucking screw, yes, Pilot Mike. So anyway, that's just an example. It just bugs the hell out of me that somebody just doesn't think about this. Brax does not require the key to your identity on Brax is nothing. Just make up a username, and that's it. That's your identifier. Now you use a phone number and such to be backup so you can restore your password. But it actually doesn't matter if 2 people use the same email or if 10 people use the same email. It doesn't make any difference because it's not used as an identifier. And Brax does not allow uploading of contact lists. There's no contact list on there. Took that out a long time ago, many years ago. Because it's so dangerous to be uploading contact lists because that connects everyone. So once you know one of the people in the contact list, then you're zucked. So just to give you an example. So you go on Facebook and you say, okay, I want, let's say that somebody wants to dox one of you. So let's see. Let's say that somebody wants to dox Zakia on Facebook. Okay? You're on Facebook, right, Zakia? You're on Facebook, right? So, and let's say that Zakia has been watching us here on Periscope and remembers that got to be careful and be careful what you post, what pictures you post on there. I didn't upload this. Anyway, yes, great goal. That is exactly right. And so great goal. That's actually a big deal because if one of your friends, just one, uploads a contact list, you're all zucked. It only takes one friend. In my case, my brother uploaded his contact list. So when I showed up on Telegram, he actually immediately found me and said, "Oh, you're now on Telegram." What does dox mean? Oh, doxing is when your identity is revealed publicly. So somebody takes your name and address and so on and information about you, your work, whatever. Things that are, personally identifiable information that is posted on the open internet about you. Like, you live here, this is your car, this is your license plate, this is your job, that kind of thing. So something very precise that you are not posting on your social media, and somebody will post it about you, and in order to hurt you in some way, so that somebody knocks on your door and causes a problem. That's called doxing. And I have many videos about doxing on YouTube. So watch the video on doxing on YouTube, Zakia. So anyway, so doxing is dangerous. In fact, on Periscope, it's one of the weapons of choice on Periscope. A lot of people here on Periscope, broadcasters, are attacked by doxing. Joe Simon was a big target. Some of the political scopers, I won't mention names anymore, were doing that. We're having that problem. Some others, many others are having internal fights on Periscope, and they kind of fight each other by doxing them and saying, "Oh, you're such and such. This is your real name," and that's how they attack each other in Periscope. So that's when SpokeU finally has. Well, they actually do. They'll match it to. I'm sure they do. Or they might even interview the women and then get the answer from that as well. It can come multiple ways. I'm very angry with Kim.com, but I'm the stupid one. Why are you angry with Kim.com? What did Kim.com do? Doxing equals personal documents, personally identifiable information is what it means, not personal documents. Personally identifiable information. Things that, are supposed to be hidden in financial transactions and medical records and so on. Oh, drama scopes. I heard of those. Yes, the drama scopes. Doesn't anything change? Snowden called you. Okay, so did Kim.com call you? Kim.com doesn't follow me. He has the flash drive. Okay, but anyway, the doxing, Dihama. Yes, my name is Bob. Dihama. Thanks for using my real name. Is Waxman alive? Why isn't Kim.com on Brax? Kim.com doesn't even. I followed him. He didn't follow me. I better unfollow him soon. It's like, fuck you. Like, you don't follow me, I'm not going to follow you. So anyway, it's doxing, the element of doxing in a he's very busy. He's a multimillionaire, so he's very rich. So that's why he's busy. He has a lot of money, and then he's trying to avoid jail with all his money. Who are the sheep? That's what I'm talking about. So the when somebody wants to dox you, if you're safe with your data, you set up your supposed privacy settings on Facebook, so that only friends can see your data. Then in theory, somebody comes into your Facebook account and sees nothing. In theory. Okay. The problem is, and this is the problem where I'm saying that it's the sheep, the people with nothing to hide, they're the targets. So if I want to target you, all we have to do is target your friends first. Because if you have 1,000 friends, I guarantee you that one of those 1,000 friends will have nothing to hide. Maybe half of them will have nothing to hide. A good number of them will have nothing to hide. They want to be famous. They want to be like the Kardashians. They're going to have a setting called public. That's how they're going to set up their Facebook account. They say, I have nothing to hide. I'm going to set it up to public. Okay? Because I want everyone to see what I post. Because, I'm such a big ego. I want to be famous. So they post everything publicly. Well, the problem is, because they're so busy on Facebook, they will interact with everything you post. Everything you post, they'll hit like, they'll put a comment in your pictures, and so on. Well, unfortunately for you, those people that have nothing to hide with a public setting, they're now exposed your data because your data is actually not your privacy setting on Facebook. It's the setting of the lowest setting among all of your followers. That is your actual setting. Let me repeat that because this is not clear. Okay? If you have let's say you set yourself at the highest level of security, which is friends only, because that's the highest you can do on Facebook. Okay? Out of your 1,000 friends, some of those people will set a setting of public. Those people, there's always somebody like that. Always. In my history that I've been on the internet, there's always a nothing to hide, and that nothing to hide group will set their settings to public. Okay? So if they set themselves to public, anything that they interact with among all of their friends will also be public. If they go to your post and hit like and make a comment, that shows up on their Zucking timeline. Okay? Let me repeat that because some of you don't understand this. You do not have any control over this. This is what I tell you about the sheep, the nothing to hide folks. They're the ones who disrupt your internet experience because they will have the lowest security setting and they will expose everything that you're saying on Facebook. And it's very easy to find you using terms like, I'm going to show you examples and say, friends of, photos of Rob Braxman. Friends of Rob Braxman. Photos of friends of Rob Braxman. That kind of thing. So let's say that your friend has nothing to hide is named, Joe Smith. Then you say photos of friends of Joe Smith. And then if you scan through those, some of those will be your photos. Yes, they are, cowboy. Unfortunately, that's the way it is. So that's an example of where we don't really have a chance because somebody's going to come. Where's Dr. Vic? Dr. Vic. Where are you, Dr. Matthew Vick? He's going to come. I don't mind. I have nothing to hide. See, those are the people that zuck us. They actually come in here with an attitude like, I don't really care. Well, zuck you. Zuck you. Because you're zucking me. Why don't you just do something that will just impact on your own? Why do you have to do something that impacts me? That's the way it is in social media, guys. Facebook doesn't base their security on what the setting is of the original poster. They set it based on whoever you're looking at. The one with the lowest security setting, that decides your fate. The guy who uploads a contact list, that decides your fate. The guy that comes into your house and uses your Wi-Fi and suddenly goes into porn sites and whatever they do while they're in your zucking house and downloads illegal music and whatever and puts you in the crosshairs of, DMCA notices. That's the kind of people you worry about. Okay? They're the ones who don't zucking care. They say, well, what do I care? It's not my Wi-Fi. A Google nuclear bomb. Yes, you will be tracked. In fact, the fact that you typed it right there, you're now officially on the list. You have just put that information on AT&T, which has now been forwarded to the Utah data center, and those words are now associated to some guy named D. Hama, and with your IP address. And I presume you don't even have a VPN, D. Hama, because you never do. You've never paid attention to me, so I'm sure you don't have a VPN. So you are now zucked. Now you're... hey, no more hate. I haven't seen you in so long. I thought you don't like me anymore. No more hate. Good to see you back. Good to see you back. So this is why this is like really, really frustrating for me because, this is why... This is why we have to educate others because, unfortunately, we cannot do this by ourselves. We cannot do this by ourselves. This is a team effort. And this is why it's so frustrating because they're not on our team. They're not on our zucking team, people. Okay, that's the problem. No more hate. Yes, I don't know. You haven't been here since I've been on YouTube, so no more hate. Please subscribe to my YouTube account, which is Rob Braxman Tech. It's right up there. Subscribe to my YouTube account, where I have all the videos. So I'm going to tell you one of the things I did today. Yeah, I know you're busy. Life is complicated. You want regulation of this stuff? No, I don't want regulation of this stuff because, who's going to regulate? Regulate what? Please subscribe to my YouTube account. I do watch on ZooTube. Okay, so let me just tell you what I did. So I said, I can't control the contact list, and I can't control the fact you have Amazon Echo. I can control the contact list on Facebook and so on by not being on Facebook. So that's the main way to protect yourself on that, is to stay away from a platform that does everything that they can to track your friends who will track you. Okay? So that's, so Facebook is kind of a zucked up place, so I won't go there. Now what I did is I said, well, how do you handle the people at your house? So what I have in my house, I have a VPN. All the members of my household are running a VPN. So the Stern FB superfan, is that did Jillian become a Stern FB superfan? Anyway, so I can't control the Facebook part, so we're gonna dump that and solve that by not being on Facebook. But the problem that I have is that, I have a VPN on all of our computers in here. You got rid of your Wi-Fi. So, it doesn't matter. You can't, how you got, that actually, you mean you're only using data? If you can afford it, it's actually not a bad thing to do. It's always the freeloaders to screw you. Liberals, what? Yeah, that's actually not a bad thing to do. But anyway, people won't believe you when you say you don't have Wi-Fi. So what I did was say, okay, how do I defend myself from the people who come into my house and borrow my Wi-Fi, and then people freely, other members of my family freely give out the Wi-Fi passwords, which means, they come into the house, and every time they come in here, they just use the Wi-Fi automatically. There's no such thing as unlimited, Great Gold. T-Mobile is not unlimited. It goes to 2G when you reach your limit. So it's not unlimited. They do limit. So anyway, what I did was I built something with this. This is a Raspberry Pi. This is a Raspberry Pi, and it's a Raspberry Pi 3B Plus. So if you've gotten Raspberry Pis from me, this is a new version. So this is a late 2018 version of a Raspberry Pi. So let me just show you that a little closer. Okay, so what I did, I use over 60 gigs and no limit on speed here on T-Mobile. Well, nobody must be using the internet where you are. Maybe they don't use the internet too much in the Midwest. In the Midwest, they don't like using internet. So anyway, this is a Raspberry Pi, and you can open it up. And the reason I chose this clear plastic here. Hey, Social Fit. You're one of those flat earthers. No, cowboy. No. Anyway, you're special. Anyway, this device, the reason it's in plastic is I used to have this in metal. The reason it's in plastic is it's going to be a Wi-Fi adapter. It's going to be a Wi-Fi router, And in order to be a Wi-Fi router, it can't obstruct the signal with aluminum. So I said, well, we can't use the metal because the metal will reduce the signal for Wi-Fi. So I went with this kind of plastic. He knows where I'm at. Yep, you told us where you're at. I'm not going to announce it, but you told us where you're at, right? Not going to announce it. You could be in Wisconsin. I don't know where you are. I do know where you are because you told me, but I'm not going to say it because I care about your privacy. Coolness like that one. So anyway, this device, I wrote some special software for this to make this a VPN router. This is a VPN router. This is using my software. I built software for this. So you can turn this into a VPN router or a Tor router. It's pretty cool. So you switch it on and you say, I'm going to make this into a VPN router, or maybe I changed my mind today. I'm going to make it into a Tor router, whatever your mood is. So you're still using your 88 here at 700 baud. There's a 700 baud. That's a pretty unusual baud. 700. Yeah, why 700? There's 300, and then it went to 28K, I believe. $89 annually. No. That's for the VPN, but this is a router. So then I built this as an alternate. I built this as an alternate. This is the same thing. This is the same thing as the other one, but I put a screen on it. So this actually has. Oops! Oh gosh, I disconnected it. Okay. Anyway, this has the screen on it. Okay. So I accidentally unplugged it when I was moving around. He's a good person now. Patricia, no. iSocialFit is still iSocialFit. No 714.4. Come on. Yeah, 14.4. Come on, 700. I've never seen a 700. I've never seen a 700. There, it's starting up right now. Let's see if I can do it without unplugging it. So you can see. Yeah. Can you see the text on it? There. It's booting up right now. Okay. It's booting up right now. Okay, so you can't read it, but we'll be here all week. So anyway, yeah, so that's booting. This one is the same thing, but no screen. You'd have to, if you want to see it, you don't need to look at it. But you can plug in an HDMI monitor over there, and then you plug in your Ethernet and a power supply, and then that's it. And you boot it, and it runs. So I already give it to you pre-configured. And by default, it will be a VPN. And if you say, well, I want to make it to a Tor router, you can do that. Okay? And because it's a new version of Raspberry Pi, this one has 5 gigahertz. It's and has a gigabit Ethernet. Next, you need to make a hotspot VPN. Yeah, well, isn't this not a hotspot VPN? But it's not portable. You want it to connect to your data, and then iSocialFit will say, yes, but you can buy this IPVanish hotspot VPN. It's better than yours. He's gonna say that. So like, Zuck. What state were you born in, Rob? I was born in the Philippines originally. I can't take that portable. I was born actually. You're right. This is not some. Why do you need it when you're portable? Use VPN directly on your phone. I think he means for Starbucks hotspots. I love when my chick carries her own hot. Sure, cowboy. So anyway, so what have I done here? This is in response. This is in response to my sister. So my sister came to my. Let me just tell you something. So my sister was visiting me over the Christmas holidays. So she stayed in my house for over Christmas, and First thing she does when she gets here is pull up her iPhone and starts talking to her friends on Facebook, uploading photos, because she's in California, uploading photos on Facebook and Instagram, and without a care in the world because she has nothing to hide. So it's like, Zuck. I mean, before she walked in the door, I knew she was going to do this. So you know what I did when she walked in the door? I confiscated her phone and installed a VPN on her phone. That's how much I don't trust her. No, it is not safe to use public Wi-Fi. Okay, so I put a VPN on your phone if you're going to be in public Wi-Fi. Put a VPN on your device. Do not ever go out. In fact, always have a VPN. At no moment should you not be on a VPN, especially on your Facebook. Hotspots. So if I'm traveling, I can have a mobile SIM and have VPN portable. Yeah, I'm sure you can. I could probably make one for you. I don't know if you'd buy it though. But yeah, I could do that. A hotspot VPN. But why would you do that? Why don't you just put the VPN on just get a normal hotspot and put the VPN on your phone? How to install on phone? Once you put the VPN on, how long is it good for? No, the VPN is subscription. This device is sold separately, and then a VPN is a subscription, just like any normal VPN. All VPNs are subscription. And with Article 11, Article 13, this is $149 for the device with software complete. A VPN is $89 a year. So, yeah, and prices of VPNs are going up. So I don't have to use my mobile carrier and use the mobile SIM VPN. Yeah, but iSocialFit. You can buy a data SIM. So why don't you just get a normal hotspot and then use a VPN on your phone? I don't understand the question. Why would you need something big when they already have hotspot devices available? I don't get that. Does it work outside? This works anywhere. Yeah. No, there's no limitation. Now, if you're not in the U.S., just get yourself your own Raspberry Pi and then just burn the software on your own SD card. This is a computer. This becomes a VPN router. Okay, so this is a Raspberry Pi computer, and you basically turn it into a VPN router. Now, what's a VPN router? This becomes your Wi-Fi, and anybody that uses this Wi-Fi is automatically on the VPN. You're gonna need a VPN regardless, whether you have this or not. Yeah, everyone in the world should have a VPN. So that's not like a big Zucky mystery. If you're not on a VPN, the question is, the router is $149. No. The router is $149 for the hardware and software for this. That's nothing to do with the VPN. The VPN is a subscription. They couldn't see me watching when I open up a. Yep. Now they can see you. They can see you, cowboy. Yes. So anyway, you should have a VPN now. If you don't have a VPN, you should subscribe. This is a different case. This is made for the nothing to hide people. What is the device used for Wi-Fi? What is the device? This is the Wi-Fi. This is the device. This is a Wi-Fi router. Or this version. Either way, this one with a screen on it or this one. They're both Wi-Fi routers. Okay? Now you can say you can buy, I give you a website where you can buy VPN routers. A VPN router at flashrouters.com, which is, they refurbish older routers. They sell those for between $250 to $500. If you want to, use those instead. $250 to $500. Incognito doesn't help, So the idea here, this is really, really an important point. Your friends come to your house, they use your Wi-Fi. Your family uses your house on holidays. You have Amazon Echo, you have Google Nest, you have security cameras. Anybody have security cameras? Uh, yeah, you use the DWRT if you can program that. Yeah, that's perfect. Software I wrote. Hey, I wrote the software for this. I wrote the software for this so that it's menu driven. Now, if you want to see what it actually looks like, I made a video of it today, so you can look at the video. So the mobile will be the best if I want to connect multiple mobile SIM hotspot. If I want to connect multiple devices. Yes, so iSocial Fit. So I did that before. For a long time, I used it's called MiFi. MiFi. In fact, I recall, using one from Sprint back in the day. I haven't used a hotspot lately, but that's one. And I have one cam sends me email pics with movement. Exactly. You should pass that to this, a VPN. Yes, iSocial Fit, but you can put a VPN on all of your devices. Or you just don't want to load a VPN on your phone. Is there an issue with that? Or is there any particular reason why you can't load VPN software on your phone? Because of the answers, if you have an answer to that, I'll tell you what the solution is. Get a MiFi with a Ethernet plug on it, and then you can plug this into it. Get one of those data plans that has a Ethernet connector, and then plug it into this and plug it into the hotspot, and then you have a pair. How much is the VPN? The VPN is $89 for all of your devices a year. That's for all devices. You can use 6 devices simultaneously. So you can load it on all of your devices. If you use this, there's no limit since this only counts as one device. That's correct. That's why I have this iSocial Fit. If you have a VPN router like this, you don't need to. This only counts as one user. Can you do half right? No. I have 6 devices in my hand out at any. You can run 6 devices simultaneously. WebCircuit. This will work with Fire Stick. It will work with Kodi. It will work with Alexa Echo. It will work with any Internet of Things device. It will work with your security camera. It'll put everything on a VPN. Anything in your house. Anything in your house will have a VPN. This basically you don't need a VPN for anything because they'll just go use the VPN automatically with this. I gotta get me a server so I can build my digital photo database. Right now I have 3 towers. You still need a VPN, cowboy. No matter what you say, you still need a VPN. And one of the things you cannot do is build your own VPN. What is the best streaming device to get TV, in your opinion, versus cable? YouTube. Super big blonde hunk. YouTube. I don't watch TV anymore. I hardly even watch Netflix. I take so many photos, especially with the kids. Mob bro, what? So yeah, I just use YouTube. I don't use any other thing. So anyway, this is a pretty nifty solution because what I did here is say, we'll just have a centralized VPN. So this is 5 gigahertz. So everyone can use that doesn't have a direct connection VPN can use this as their VPN Wi-Fi. YouTube offers live television. Yes. Mod Bro for TV. Do you strip off all the exif? It doesn't have to strip off all the exif data if it's just going to himself. So what about your sister? So my sister, my family now, when they come into my house, they can only access this Wi-Fi. I changed the passwords on all of the Wi-Fi so they can only access this Wi-Fi. So they're going to be in the VPN, whether I like it or not. And I feel so much safer because now I don't reveal my normal Wi-Fi to anyone. And if anybody comes and borrows Wi-Fi, then I'm safe because I don't care what you're doing. If you're going to watch porn, don't watch it on my Wi-Fi. Watch it on the VPN. Okay? So, that's a problem. They're going to go watch porn on your Wi-Fi. I take max quality too. So my shots are space hogs. Why not give them a guest? What iSocial Fit? Come on, you give them a guest account with your IP address. What does that do, iSocial Fit? Come on, man, you're a programmer. Come on, think, man. Think. You just gave them a guest Wi-Fi with your own same Zucking IP address. What the Zuck? I mean, they're all on the same network. This goes to the same IP address. Do you have a kill switch on your Pi VPN? Yes, this is automatic kill. Yes. It doesn't work actually without the Pi, without the VPN. It doesn't work. Give them the Wi-Fi password for your neighbor. Well, then you got to hack your neighbor first. And then give them the Wi-Fi password for your neighbor. Yes. So they're like coming into your house. Say, well, I'm going to use your network, and then they do porn on your network, and they'll suck you up. How about this? You're using Kodi, then you're like, well, I'm watching some movies that are not exactly legal on Kodi, and they're gonna identify your Zucking IP address and zucked up. You're gonna be zucked. I mean, what else? What else do you want? I mean, all of these reasons will zuck you up if you don't do the precaution, not just of protecting yourself, because we can't just say we can't. Well, take you. You can get your. It is illegal though, iSocial Fit. So I'm not gonna go admit to it. Zucking don't mind. Of course, I was waiting for Dr. Matthew Vick. So it's this device is made for Dr. Vic there. So, because he will zuck us up. So Dr. Matthew Vick there will be the cause of our being zucked up. So the way that you do it is you say, hey, Dr. Vic, come to my house. Matthew, give you this VPN, this router. Use this Wi-Fi. Because he will zuck us up. So this is exactly the problem. So so it's people who have nothing to hide that puts us in danger. They're going to come and use your Wi-Fi and identify your IP address. And this way, because I'm going to tell you right now, there's a flaw. If Bytes VPN West has a hiccup, will your device switch? No, you'd have to switch it manually. You can connect to this. You can connect to this remotely. If you don't want to. Like I'm lazy. I don't walk to this. My device is far away from me. I connect to it remotely, and then I reboot it or do whatever I need to do from a distance. So if I need to change from east to west, I can do it without physically going to the machine. I just use something called SSH. Okay, you can do, if you have a Mac, you can SSH directly to this. Do you have a Mac, Twistmint? If you have a Mac, you can just run SSH, and then the command is in the manual, and it will bring up the same menu you see in here. So that's why it's pretty easy. Okay, so I don't. Do you like Alexa or Google or what are on? Do you like? No, I do not have any of that super big blonde hunk. You don't need putty having fun always. That's kind of old school. We use something called Linux subsystem for Windows. Yes, I know, Dr. Matthew Vick. It sounds like you want to be more zucked. Okay, I have some friend. He has a problem with some guy using his wife photo on the other Facebook account. That could be good if the friend is not connected. So what are your thoughts of Alexa and people having Alexa? Super big blonde hunk. Watch my video on YouTube. I have a whole video on that. And telling you exactly what happens with Alexa Echo, because they're not telling you the real story. Okay? Play some Brazilian music samba. Lenny, go watch my videos. I posted 2 videos of my gig last Thursday on there. I don't see you watching it, Lenny. There's a ton of music there. 2 hours worth. Alexa takes care of everything. You just won't watch kids and you have nothing. What? So Lenny, I put two 2 hour long music in there. Is there an echo here? I'm just being. Don't type that here, Web Circuit. Take a gun to it if you don't like it. Exactly. You got that right. Right. Take your Alexa Echo and do that without your hand in there. Okay? That's what you do. Take the Alexa Echo, which is about that size, put it there and say, Zuck you. And say, close your ears now and do this. It's probably going to actually do something. There. That's what you do to your Alexa Echo. Hello, Trap Star. Yes, I can manage it from my bed. So this is, you can manage it remotely. So, which is pretty cool. So this is not like the old version. You do have to manage, manually. And the way I did this is when you start it up, just get the IP address. It's showing up on the top. So if you actually run it, you will see the IP address that it uses. And I know you don't like guns, Patricia. So sweet dreams tonight. So when you run this, you plug into the monitor once so you can see the IP address. And if I were you, just put a sticker on there and write the IP address down because it will never change. And then that's what you use in SSH. So you connect to it, with SSH using that IP address, and you're done. What about it shuts off lights and does so much stuff? Yeah, you can see that on the remote. You may have to put 2 bullets to shut it up. Maybe more. Dr. Matthew Vick, maybe more. Will the VPN work with a Hackintosh? Absolutely. The VPN works with, it's a Wi-Fi, so you don't need to install VPN anywhere. It's a Wi-Fi VPN router, so the Wi-Fi is automatically routed to the VPN. This is good when you're trying to convince your family to put the VPN on all their phones and all their Wi-Fi, all their computers, and they don't do it. And you say, "Zuck you all, we're going to change Wi-Fi now," and you get, you get this, and maybe you get a couple of these. You put it on different parts of the house. When you input all your info for Roku, your ISP account, Netflix, etc., there you actually put when you connect your Roku to Wi-Fi, you connect it to this Wi-Fi. No. That's not true because they still don't know where you live. When you put it on there. Oh, you mean that if you log into your Netflix and they don't know who you are? Yeah, maybe like you log into Facebook. If you like Roku, I don't care if you like Roku or not. That doesn't have no impact. But if you like Kodi, that could be kind of dangerous to be using Kodi because Kodi users could be tracked as being copyright violators. So Kodi users are at risk if they don't have a VPN. And in order to do a VPN, you have to VPN the Kodi device itself so it doesn't go to your regular Wi-Fi. They can roll in tonight and put any of us in cuffs. Yes, Cowboy. They need it's Fourth Amendment. They need data. Can we identify your locale from? We can identify, is Roku okay to use or not? I think Roku is safe. It's Kodi that's a problem. I wonder if it's a good idea to have someone mode all my microphones to have physical switches. If you're talking about a computer, all you have to do on a computer is go to your settings and put the volume of the microphone to 0. Upgrading to Wi-Fi 6, it's a good time to cut off FB users from your main router. That requires a firewall, which you can do on your main router. You can firewall the main router to block Zuckbook. Yes, you can do that on your main router. A bit of work, though. I was thinking Echo. So this VPN can go through to Echo can connect to the VPN. Is it a bad idea for these noobs to jailbreak their? Yes, it's a bad idea for jailbreaking anything. One of the things that tell you that if your phone is broken into, if it's been jailbroken. If your phone has been jailbroken, then it means that somebody can load a remote access Trojan on it. So the mere fact that your Apple iPhone is getting updated, and then 12.2 or whatever the current version is, 12.22 or whatever it is now, then every time it upgrades the OS, you're actually clearing out any possible bad viruses on there. All devices have a number. They have a MAC address, cowboy. They have a MAC address. Now, those are not sent over the internet, cowboy. They are not. So, even though they have that, they're not sent over the internet until, cowboy, listen to this. The information about your device is not sent over the internet directly using IP packets. It is attached to your Zucking photos. The MAC addresses are attached to your Zucking photos. Exif data, metadata on your photos, being a big photo guy. If you want to jailbreak, you might consider becoming an iOS developer. It's like same but legal. I am an iOS developer. Okay, I am an iOS developer. So anyway, there's a video of this. If you understand what I'm talking about, which is a VPN router, to force everyone to go on a router, on a VPN, and including your own Internet of Things devices, including guests and even members of your family, you can force them by giving them a VPN router. They don't need to know it's on a VPN. They don't need to know it's on a VPN. And you can put any number of, it's up to the capacity of this, but you can put as many users as you want on this. It'll be slow if you have a lot of users, but Zucking cap, I didn't know that. What? So what didn't you not know? Hello, Night Eyes. What did you not know? What did you not know? So go to my video on YouTube. I just posted a video that shows this close up and explains and shows you the menus and how it actually works. There's a video there now. But again, what is this for? It's more important right now to discuss what I'm trying to defend against. I'm trying to defend against Dr. Matthew Vicks. The photos have exif data. There's all of the information about your device, including your device serial numbers, are all on your photos. I can demo that tomorrow if you come back. I can make it my topic tomorrow so you can see what I'm talking about. I'll show you the exif data on a photo. Okay? We can make that the topic tomorrow. Come back tomorrow. I'll show you, and then you can see that's what you're uploading to Facebook because you have nothing to hide. Okay? And then, that combined with your IP address and everything else, I'm just like, Zuck. Then they add facial recognition, contact list, and so on. It's like, wow, they know every move you make. Okay, so I will talk about exif tomorrow. That's a good one to shift to because I actually haven't done that in a while. And I will show you again the demo, and then I'll make a video about it as well. My purpose of the mobile SIM, for Travis, I don't have to buy local SIM. Yeah, so that's you want me to look for it iSocial Fit? Yeah, iSocial Fit. You want me to look for one? Because all you need to find is and this is a little bit hard to find. Find a hotspot. Typically they're like this big, that has an Ethernet connector. Then you can use this. Just plug this into that. Okay. When you're gonna do a drone scope. I can look for one of those. And it's got to be like GSM, so you have a SIM card. And see who makes a good one, LTE. With a hotspot, because you can actually plug it right into the back of this. They used to have them, so it's the problem is nobody uses Ethernet anymore. I like it when people think not broadcasting. I like when people think not broadcasting makes you safer. Well, somebody has to take a risk. Cowboy. So I have to take a risk and show you myself and my information, and I have to take precautions by not being on Facebook because iSocial Fit here will just close down my account. Say, well, you have 2 accounts on Facebook. We closed it down. Yep, it is closed down. Ask John from T-Mobile. I don't know if John Leger knows his hardware. It's the old Marco Polo. I don't know if John Leger knows his hardware. I actually went to T-Mobile. I went to T-Mobile and I said, you better give me good service because, John Leger told me to come to you. And he said, ooh, okay, we'll take care of you. So, as you know, John Leger shows up in my scopes, and actually, I talk to him. I talk to him all the time. We exchange emails. So I went to T-Mobile and said, you better take care of me. You better do a good job, or I'm going to report you to John. So don't zuck with me, or you're going to get zucked. So anyway, this is I've been trying to do this for a while. People have been asking for this, the VPN router. And John Leger, CEO of T-Mobile. You don't care about tracking, Matthew. You just told me you don't care. You have nothing to hide. You don't care about tracking. FPV stunt drone only 60. T-Mobile is looking forward to the drone races. He gave away a free phone on my scope. Yes. Okay, so to make sure my Facebook stays gone, I should make an account for my cat. Okay. But, Facebook is going to want his photo and his phone number of the cat. So I'm sure you heard Zuck told Congress they need to legislate for privacy. They're going to do that by making sure they participate in making the rules that favors them. You're a joker. So anyway, I really just love this. I'm using it myself. I'm tickled pink by having this option because it's just always worried me. And I have a guest. In the house right now, and we have. I guess she's not here right now, but I have a guest from Denmark, and first thing she did when she came in here is ask, "What is your Wi-Fi password?" So I said, "Yep, Wi-Fi password, got it." Okay, solve that problem, and I'm tickled pink. I have a solution. Nobody wants a pink phone. T-Mobile needs a logo change. Yeah, I shifted. I was on zucking AT&T before, but they zucked me, so I moved my service to T-Mobile. I hope Jason Bourne deleted his Facebook account. No, that's why they can track him. Oh, Denmark, nice. So that's a politician in Florida wants to sue Twitter for $250 million for being biased. Let them sue. They can fight out in court. 80s called. What? So do you have this Pi on a separate PCI? Do we have this Pi on a separate PCI? You're telling me that I need to go check the circuits in here for whatever's on here? This is a commercial Raspberry Pi. You buy it yourself if you want. You don't have to use mine. If you buy it from me, I assemble it for you, but same price. Okay? If you want to build your own, you can build your own. You can customize it for yourself. Just buy the software. Same thing. You remind me of that. Yes, I know, Cowboy. You're going to say that. You still can't delete a Zuckerberg account, can you? You can delete your account. Doesn't mean your data disappears. But yes, you can delete, in theory, your Facebook account. That doesn't mean Zuck doesn't have your data. It just means it's. I remind you of Bradley. Okay. I think the case in Florida might go all the way up to the Supreme Court. Okay. So anyway. They will do it if you get in trouble. So anyway, I'm really pleased with this. And here's the other thing that you can do with it. Some of you say, well, I don't want to pay for a VPN subscription. Well, this has Tor mode. You can go use Tor instead. Tor is free. Now, Tor's slower, so that's the only limitation. Tor's slower. But if you don't want to pay for a VPN, you can put it in Tor mode. That's correct. You can't physically delete, says iSocialFit from Facebook. That's correct. You can only deactivate. iSocialFit, at least, is not lying to us. He's telling it as it is, which is in the terms of service. I thought he was going to lie about that. You're a witch. So iSocialFit, at least, is being honest. Okay, so there you go. The guy from Facebook is right here. So go ask him your Facebook sucking questions. He will tell you. How they will zuck you. I have Twitter, but it's under this handle. I have no Facebook. I just look at my wife's. So the fact that your wife is on Facebook is zucking you up. No other social. If you're on social media that doesn't have a real name anywhere, you're a lot safer. To be honest with you, if you don't have a Facebook account, if you've never had a Facebook account, and you've set up a Instagram, which is owned by Facebook, account that's not connected to Facebook, it's actually not that bad either. Okay? Because the problem is that all the spying and everything that's happening on Facebook is adding to the problem because, it's attached to real name. When they come and get her, I deny any and all of this, all ties. Okay, so put her on a VPN router. We could all do a class action suit. Thank you, Llamas, for free speech. I appreciate that, Llamas, for free speech. I have Braxme, of course, and sometimes we forget that Braxme has always been safe. In all the years that Braxme has been around, no one's come to me and said, I'm unsafe here. I lost my data. Somebody stole it. You doxed me, you whatever. Because there's actually no data to dox. One of the things that Brax does is try not to collect any data so that it doesn't give somebody, including somebody in the company, Braxme, to have data on you. We have no IP address logs. We have nothing. Okay? So we don't have a record of your IP address. We don't have any idea what your IP address is. Okay? So if you can tell me, you can prove that your IP address has been tracked by Brax, you can tell me and prove it and announce it here, because I don't have any zucking IP address logs of anyone. Okay, I'm very proud of that. We don't track. We're a bunch of nobody cares about our data. Unfortunately, Cowboy, that's not true. If a company spends billions accumulating your data like Palantir and many other competitors, don't tell me they're doing that without caring about making money. They're doing it to make money. My bank account, that doesn't matter because they can swing an election. Why do you think it has to be about taking your money? It could be just changing the internet for you so they can swing an election. It could be anything. So swing an election, make you think that whatever topic is their favorite topic will be your topic. Okay? Zuck says the biggest issue in the world is not privacy and all this. No, he doesn't believe that. To Zuck, the only issue we need to be concerned about, because that's number one, it's global warming. That's his only problem. Google owns 23andMe, so who bought it? Google? Google's part owner of 23andMe. In case you didn't know, the ex-wife of Sergey Brin runs 23andMe, and Sergey Brin got the investment from Google. The ones trying to swing an election will always be the ones that always need to recount. That not necessarily, Cowboy. No, Palantir, for example, is a right-wing controlled institution company, and no, that's not true. I don't know what it can be used for. It can be whatever suits somebody's purpose. It could be used for left or right or something else. If it makes money for someone, someone will use it. Okay? That the point is that somebody makes money off your data. So they'll use every technique they can. And if you think that this doesn't happen, unfortunately it does happen. I already told you about the case in the UK. This is on the Snowden revelations there. The National Zucking Agency, the GCHQ, which is the British version of the National Zucking Agency, they actually modified the internet of some people in London, I believe because they were Islamic. And they changed the internet for them as a test, or I don't know if it's a test or real, but they Zucking changed the internet for these people, and everything appeared differently. Searches revealed different results, and all because they were profiled. So Google, for example, will give you different search results based on a profile. When you go on protect yourself with VPNs and things like that, they can't do that because they don't know who you are. So the moment you're identified, then your behavior will be tracked, and someone can change your internet. This is why this is a big deal. And don't tell me this about Zucking Islam, because the problem is that it can be used for any purpose. So if they want you to believe that there's a big issue, for example, over here where in LA they say, well, we Zucking want to protect the white butterflies. So that's the biggest issue here, the white butterflies. Okay, so if the biggest issue is white butterflies, then they're going to change the internet and say, this is the Zucking biggest problem in your area, the white butterflies. That's how you can be manipulated, by just changing all the news and everything. So it's like, this is what you're faced with every day, the Zucking white butterflies. And like nothing else is important. Yes, you're starving, but the white butterflies have to survive, and they're going to be extinct. So don't think about anything else. Don't think about food. Don't think about your job. Don't think about your health. Think about the white butterflies. Okay. So that's don't get blocked, llamas, for free speech. Okay, that kind of commentary will get you in trouble. They're very sensitive to those kinds of words. Okay, don't say that for your sake. Do you want to be manipulated, cowboy? That's why you take precautions like I talk about here to make sure that you do not use Google for searching. You use DuckDuckGo, use a VPN, use a Tor router, and many of the other tips I put on my YouTube page to protect you. Not a rare species. Well, they don't believe that here. If they block you for speech, then sue them. They will still block you. You forget to code it. Yes, butterfly. Yeah. Oh, it's the straws. Yeah, straws. Oh, so I read about the straws. They banned straws here in Los Angeles. So they banned straws in Los Angeles because somebody said the straws were ending up in the ocean. And apparently that's not really the story. The story is some kid made a science project. This kid said that we are using so many billions of straws. Therefore, if we ban straws, then we can save the environment. This wasn't based on any significant study. It was just based on the fact that we use so much straws. So if we stop using straws, we can cut out this much plastic. That was the only logic. So now Los Angeles said, oh, that's good. So let's ban straws. It's like, and then they used the excuse that they banned straws because it was ending up in the ocean. I don't know. Why would a straw from the restaurant end up in the Zucking Ocean? I'm using it in a restaurant. How does it go from the restaurant to the ocean? Then maybe you should have a law that says, which I'm sure already exists, restaurants cannot dump straws in the ocean. There should be a law that says It probably is. You cannot dump. That's what people needing government help their parents' insurance plans. What does that mean, cowboy? So they think they have answers to run. Anyway, trying to let's not get political here, guys. I'm angry that hotels in LA are banning glitter. Yeah, they are. Yeah, hospitals. And, yeah, glitter's banned. You can't even now. This is a organic product. You can't use rice either in church. Let's say a wedding. Remember how in the old days they throw rice at a wedding? Can't do that. Oh, the reason is not about the environment. The reason is somebody will slip and fall. So it means so yeah, you can't have rice at a wedding anymore because throw the rice and people will slip and fall and sue you. Oh, because it hurts the birds? Could be. Throw rice at a wedding? What the zuck? See, Great Gold is like, maybe they ban it in New York too. It explodes birds. I'm a couch or coach of sheep. What do you recommend to me? Here, get one of these. So, again, for those of you who just came in, I'm very proud of this device. This is a cheap version of a VPN router. Again, if you use some of the other products that are available right now to do a VPN router, for example, you can buy a VPN router from flashrouters.com, and their pricing is from $250 to $500 for a VPN router, and then you have to have the VPN subscription on top of that. And this one is $149. So, and then plus your VPN subscription. So it's a lot cheaper. Imagine you selling all those, right? Yet the people that invest in them didn't get to use them. You know, kind of like the left wants to do with Social Security. I don't understand what that means, but okay. Doesn't everyone want to use Social Security? So, yeah, the thing about this makes it not optional. When you put a Wi-Fi router in your household that's automatically on a VPN, you basically did not make the VPN optional because this is the only Wi-Fi they can use. So you're basically saying, hey, you got to use VPN. I don't tell you that. Just give you this Wi-Fi. Yes, I played dumb on you, cowboy, because you're trying to, birds will eat the rice and poof. 100 colored plastic straws, $3.41 on eBay, free shipping. Ban forks and spoons too. They'll do that next. They'll say, we banned the straws. The next we'll ban the forks and spoons. Got to eat with your fingers. Then you're going to have to use a lot of wipes and paper to clean your hands, tissue to clean your hands, and plus the water, and then cause more pollution, and on and on and on. So I don't know. I know. You do know that we're banned from using plastic bags in California. In LA, we can't use. You can't go to the market. They don't give you. They don't give you groceries in plastic. Well, you have to buy them, but they don't give you a plastic bag anymore in California. You have to bring your own shopping bag. So they already did that. So now they added straws to that, and I don't know what's next. Spoons? They're going to say, bring your own spoon and fork or your own chopsticks. You can't have like wood chopsticks because that's not good for the environment. You're going to have metal ones. Metal chopsticks, and bring your own wipes for your chopsticks and put it in your back pocket. And that's how you're going to eat. Metal forks and spoon in prisons. Hello, Tim Bear. I wonder if that means in the future they'll blend our food and bring back straws. It'll be like a spaceship. This like space food. Tires should be banned next. It'll be like like a spaceship. MREs. It's like everything will be like some sort of gooey product. This will be your food. They are worried about the earth except when they flame up a doobie. Oh God. MREs only. I'm it is kind of frustrating, guys. I mean, I'm battling privacy. When people around you don't care is a very very big issue, and it is a battle to be pushing these concepts of trying to protect ourselves, and if people don't care, it's really really hard. So anyway, this is an option that I'm giving you that allows people to not have to they don't have to participate in a willing manner because they don't get a choice. You just put them on a VPN and that's it. That's what happens with a VPN router. You basically say, put them on a VPN, and you're done. So as an example, where's Starlight? Are you here, Starlight? Are you still watching Starlight? So Starlight has his girls and his wife, and they don't want to use VPNs and anything in their house. They don't care. So they use any Zucking device, and they don't put the VPNs on. And so he has to convince them to use a VPN so they don't reveal their IP address. And it's like, well, Zuck that. Just give them a VPN. That is a Zucking router. They just connect to it like a normal router. They don't have to think about what it is they're doing. It's not important anymore. And if you want, a little extra power, buy a couple of these. Instead of just one, get two of them. Put them in different parts of the house. If they're complaining about signal strength, give them two. One for that side of the house and one for the other side of the house. And then they'll shut up. They don't know what the difference is. They're just using, normal Wi-Fi. They don't know they're going on a VPN. I only use local police stations' free Wi-Fi. Wow. Are they your neighbor? Are they like your neighbors? Then I'll find out where you live because I'll just look for the police station near you. So this is one of the passive ways we defend ourselves. That's what I like about this approach. It's passive. We don't have to force people to do anything. We're actually just encompassing them into our protection layer without them having to go argue with us about, you should do this. The regards to the Night Watch. When you look up Rob Fox, CNN, what? When you look up Rob and Fox and CNN, will own all the VPNs. What does that mean? You've heard about Article 11 and Article 13 from the EU, and one of the interesting things that will happen from that is everyone in the EU will say, "Well, we'll use the Zucking VPN because we don't want to be, zucked up by our own EU, so we'll just use the VPN." Welcome to America. Still connect to your router by internet. Yes. So there's the right there. It's the Ethernet cable. Well, you can plug this in directly to your modem if you only have one. This could be a replacement. This could be a replacement router, but it's not intended to do that because it doesn't have DHCP active on it. It expects something else to be DHCP. So typically that's your other Wi-Fi router. So it's made right now to plug into your existing Wi-Fi router. Then it will behave like a secondary router. So you will actually have two routers. So if you have your existing router, you plug this in there, you will have two Wi-Fis. Now, it's up to you then who gets the password for this Wi-Fi. So if you make it so that anyone that gets to this Wi-Fi are the ones without a VPN, then you've pretty much forced everyone to be on a VPN in your house. Okay, VPNs is not. This is not a joke. The issue that some of you don't realize is that uh, VPNs hide an IP address. That's what the purpose of a VPN is. And some of you say, well, who cares if they have my IP address? Where's Matthew Vick? He's going to say, well, I don't care if they have my IP address. Well, they can dox you with an IP address now. If you don't know this, your IP address with your exact location and everything is being sold. I can get no one to listen barely. One person still says, who cares? Well, that's why you just force them. This is a quiet protest here. That's what is so nice about this kind of solution. It forces them. It gives you personal Wi-Fi for people on VPN plus a safe Wi-Fi for visitors. Yeah, so it forces them to do it without them having to agree. No, that if I were you, No More Hate, you give them this as the only Wi-Fi, and you say, well, I don't really want to pay for that. Yeah, but it's faster than your phone though. That's the problem with phone Wi-Fi. I mean, it's hard to. How do you watch movies? Works with power line adapters for moving away from. Yes, it does. Night Eyes, I'm using it with a power line. So yes, guaranteed works. Yes, I am using it. Night Eyes, I am currently. In fact, that's how my setup is. I'm using power line adapters. So to spread my Ethernet all over the house, and then I have this in a remote location. I will keep that in mind and possibly an idea. Yes. Because I don't really have an answer. You can never use a debit card. It identifies you and where you are. Cowboy, I use a corporate credit card. I set up a corporation, and then the bank gave me a credit card for that, and that's what I use for most things. So I use a corporate credit card. So that's one of the ideas for pseudo-anonymity. If they want to use Wi-Fi, that's the EULA. If they want to use my Wi-Fi, that's the EULA. They have to sign one, Donzo. They said, you want to use Wi-Fi, you have to sign this. This does not require an EULA, Donzo. They just use it. Okay? They just use it. So they don't need they don't need a EULA. So yeah, Donzo has one of these, right? So I stocked up, so I have a few. I stocked up on a few, so I'm ready to sell them. So I stocked up on a few of these. So hello, Ryan Powers. On the way. It should get there Monday. Yeah, probably Monday. I really like that clear case. Well, the you don't like this version here? I'm lazy. I don't want to have to attach especially when I'm programming this, I don't like to have to attach a monitor. So this one has a monitor. So it's kind of like a smartphone. See? But it's like, this adds like, $30 at a cost to have the monitor. It's like $30 more with a monitor. But, it's cool. Makes it cooler. Hello, Go Rice Girl. Only needs a keyboard. Yeah, USB. Yeah, you can put a USB keyboard on it. But I don't really put a keyboard on it. Hello, Go Rice Girl. I don't need a keyboard on it because I use SSH. It is touchscreen, but it's not graphical, so the touchscreen doesn't really do anything for you. Yeah, it is touchscreen, but it's, we're talking text-based. So unless it pops up a graphical display, you're not going to be using the touchscreen. If you configure it to use the touch display, you can do that, but it won't run the software. everything there is text-based. Okay? So anyway, there's a video. Again, I want to make sure you understand this. There's a video of this on YouTube that I just posted. So go watch that so you can see it. And if nothing else, just to see, how cool it is. And, by the way, this is really funny, guys. Guess what my most popular video has been lately? Who would have thought? My most popular video is the flip phone video. The flip phone got a BlackBerry on the way too. Yes. So remember the video I made on the BlackBerry? This is my most popular video. Who would have thought? So going retro. Most popular video, like today, I was traveling just with this. I didn't use the phone. That doesn't do any good to me. That doesn't do any good to me. I can't use one here. Of course you can use one here. This works anywhere in the U.S. No, not true. No more hate. This works anywhere in the U.S. This is has to be GSM though. You can't use Sprint or Verizon. Okay, if you're not using Sprint or Verizon, yes, I use. Yes, no. It doesn't matter. No more hate. It's already turned on. It's in my video. No more hate. Believe me, it will work where you are. Trust me. You don't need to turn it on. You put a SIM card in. You don't talk to anyone. You just put the SIM card in. It fucking works. This has 3G on it. It works. It's not going to work on Sprint and Verizon. Sprint and Verizon will not turn it on. It's on the link in my video. Go to my video on YouTube on flip phones, and there is a link on Amazon for this. You can buy a used one or new one, whatever you want, used or new. You can buy this for cheap, and then put a SIM card from ting.com, which I also have a link there. And if you don't have data, if you're just going to use it for Wi-Fi and no data, it will cost you as little as $9 a month, up to maybe $13 a month if you do a lot of texting. And that's it. No way I'm clicking your link, Rob. It's Zucking Amazon. Click my link, yes. Zuck. Why would I post a bad link, cowboy? So yes, it's in my it's an Amazon link, so it goes to the Amazon store. So this one is using ting.com, which is T-Mobile, and there you go. So it's using T-Mobile. I currently this phone is actually on T-Mobile. This is not on Ting right now. This is on T-Mobile itself. Okay? No, that's a different trick, cowboy. I can do that. I teach you how to protect against that, cowboy. You need to use if you have a VPN, cowboy, and you have Thunderbird email, you cannot be located using that technique. That's why I'm always on a VPN. That's actually a trick that it's called beacon attack. And there's a video showing you that exactly and how to stop that. My flip phone was the best one for me, but they forced us to use smartphones and it went 4G. Exactly, no more hate because you must be on Verizon or Sprint. So Zuck that. One of the phones was a really nice option for going fishing with it. Only cost $29.99. Yeah, the problem with the other phones is they're not useful for texting. This one is a texting phone, so this is very useful for modern day. I mean, what do we really need? What do we need our phones for? Because you can always leave your phone, someplace else when you need to play around. But if you're not using apps most of the day because you're driving or whatever, I have my music here for my car, Bluetooth. I got texting. What things do I actually need? and the phone, and you know, it's all in here. You can even do email on this. I haven't figured out how to do the email yet though. And all the basic things I would need are actually on here. I'm an iPhone. You're an iPhone 7. I thought you were a person. So this is actually. It's so funny that this cowboy is definitely not iSocial and Kelp. No, cowboy is definitely on swings in a different direction. I think I'm using the Pi to run IoT device. Yeah, you ought to do that. I mean, that's. I don't have IoT devices per se, so for me, it's more about the guest, which is a very big deal because, they're frequent guests. People walk in and out of my house constantly and using the Wi-Fi. It's constant. Is there ever a day when there's no guest here? Probably not. So it's a big deal for me. It's not a minor issue. It's all. There you go, cowboy. There you go. It's not a minor issue. So, for some of you to think that, well, that's like, waste of money. No. Bigger the screen, the better. So anyway, this guaranteed will work, but not on Sprint and Verizon. It cannot be CDMA. It's got to be GSM. Okay, this will only work on GSM. So you got to get the GSM version of this. And that's it. And I have a link to it. It's Unlock GSM. Yes, Patricia. You can probably use this where you are, Patricia. Check dig inches. What? So anyway, yeah, I'm actually, strangely enough, I'm actually satisfied with the use of this where I leave my phone at home. I use my phone all the time because I use it for Periscope. I use it for, reading and all that. So I still have my iPhone here. But there's really no reason for me to, bring it with me everywhere. I don't always need to use it. I'm glad they can't add that kind of Zuckbook stress to your holidays anymore. Yes, Mad Cow, this is like, I've been trying to do this for ages, and it was just such a big project to do that because I have to reprogram this whole thing, and finally did it. So people have been asking me this for a while, and I finally worked on it. In Compton. So people have been asking me for this feature for a while, and I'm glad I did it for myself because what I was going to do was sell the big one, kind of copy like flashrouters.com and make the DWRT routers. But it's going to cost at least $250. Okay, cowboy, it's going to cost at least $250 for that version. And it made me think if people were going to buy that. So I said, first of all, it's using DDWRT, which means it's kind of hard to set up because you'd have to go and connect to DDWRT. And it's just too much complexity. This version I did is just so plug and play. It's so simple. DDWRT is not simple. I mean, there's a ton of menus in there you got to go through just to figure anything out. That is not a simple thing to set up. So yes, I made one for DDWRT, if any of you know that, and it's simplistic to say that's an easy solution because it's not. That's not good. That's not something you can give to the average person. They're not going to know how to set up a router using some software like DDWRT. They're not going to know how. This one is like slam dunk. Plug it in, it works. I actually when you have a Bytes VPN subscription, I already configured it for you. So when you get it, it already runs at your house. You don't have to do anything. So that's why it's fantastic because you don't have to worry about any of that. Why am I on low battery? My gosh, my broadcast is dying here. How did that happen? It says I'm on low battery. What the Zuck? Yeah, my battery's dying here. So I have to guess I'm using up too much power on one charger. So it looks like it's gonna kill my signal here. Okay, so anyway, it's time to go anyway. most people don't have the data transfer cable to reflash the router. Uh, you don't need a, you don't have, it's not a data cable you need, but it is kind of tedious to reflash a router. I've done it. It's, you do it by Ethernet, so you have to, you have to connect it, and it's a very, very difficult thing to do because it's a lot of, many of our computers don't even have Ethernet anymore. So that even makes it more difficult because just even connecting it. So I do have one that's DDWRT, but to sell that, it's going to be a minimum of $250, just like flashrouters.com. And I said, well, we're going to go broke from that. No, because that $250, and then you got to go buy the VPN. So that's kind of, I want to save you from that. So this is a lot cheaper. This is at least $100 cheaper than that. Your phone got Zucked. Well, it's because I'm using one charger for two very hot devices, and so I guess it's running out of power. So anyway, thank you for watching again, guys. It's very important that I get watch hours on YouTube. So if you want to watch more of my videos on YouTube, that would be appreciated, because I'm trying to reach the objective of 4,000 hours, and I'm over 3,000 hours now. So I'm going to get there soon, and I just need your help and support. Not enough amps have that. Yeah, don't have enough amps. I actually have a second charger over there. I just didn't plug it into that. So because I was demonstrating the Raspberry Pi, so I actually plugged it on this. I'm using the power on this device. That's why I'm zucked. Okay? So talk to you guys tomorrow. We'll talk about exif data and photos. We'll do that tomorrow. exif data and photos. It's a good topic. So good night, and please watch the video on the router, the VPN router on YouTube. Talk to you later, guys. Good night.